Welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Tuesday, May 24th, 2016. Just going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Thank you for your patience with that. So as regular viewers well know, we always start our videos off with a look at the Russell Index. We want to get an overall lay of the land and make sure that the overall market is trending higher before we put any individual underlying charts forward. And for our look at the Russell, we always use the IWM, which is the ETF that represents the Russell 2000, looking at it on a 5-year monthly time frame, and we've been paying particular attention to the blue channel that the Russell traded within through all of 2014. Had this lift up and out in 15, the subsequent sell-off, and here's where we are right here, right now, back in the channel. So the candle for the month of March was a bullish candle pushing us back into the channel. April had a little more indecision with a wick at the top and a wick at the bottom, but the candle for the month of May is shaping up to be, I think, a nice looking candle so far with a wick, and it's defending our more minor area of support indicated by this orange line. So I'm going to move it away from the monthly to the 2-year weekly. Quickly take a look at the weekly chart. Last week we were talking about this orange line. The price was right below here, and we were saying price strength is going to have to come in the next couple of days for this area of support to hold. That price strength did come in. I'm filming this at about 8:45 on Tuesday morning. The futures are trading in the green, so it looks as though the uptrend may want to continue here. It's always a may, we don't know, but the look of the candle from last week and this area of support, if held, would suggest that uptrend may want to continue. I'm going to move it away from the weekly to the daily because I want you to see at Chart of the Day Cafe, it's all about price being up and over that blue 8-day EMA. You can see how price consolidated here, burst through, and we've been dancing around this area of support, but with any luck, we'll get a nice strong day today with a bullish candle and a move up and over that blue 8-day EMA. So that's the Russell. With price strength continuing there, we will be putting a chart forward this morning. And actually what I'm going to do is go back into my video library and refresh some of the picks that I put forward earlier. I have been doing these videos now for about 1.5 years, and some of them are getting a little stale. So the one that I want to put forward and refresh today is Gilead Sciences. Great company. Let me tell you a little bit more about Gilead before I get into the chart. It's in the biotech sector, and you know what, Chart of the Day Cafe, it is all about value. This one is deep in the value. It's currently trading at $83.33, but by the metrics I use, it is worth $152. So deep in the value zone. It's in an uptrending industry overall. It's got a forecasted earnings growth rate of 19%, a PE of 6.77. But one of the reasons I really like this stock is that it's got a dividend yield of 2.26%. So you've got value, growth, and a dividend. Beautiful. Gilead is a biopharmaceutical company. It focuses on the development and commercialization of human therapeutics for life-threatening diseases. So that it's a big player in the biotech space. So I want you to see the beautiful uptrend that it's been in on the 5-year monthly chart, the area that we're in here with this little wedge forming, where I put my video out in April 2015 and the lift that we had there. I'm going to move it away from the monthly to the 2-year weekly so you can better see how price is behaving. So here's where we put our video forward. It was all about waiting for price to move up and over the blue line. We got that beautiful run up higher, but this is a classic example of why we use the 8-day. When price moves below it, we are no longer interested. But in this area right here, I think is a super interesting place to be looking at Gilead. I love the double bottom that's forming, the wedge it's in, the doji from last week, and I think that with continued market strength, this is a very interesting area to be looking at Gilead. Let me move it away from the weekly to the daily chart. You know, it's all about price being up and over that 8-day EMA. It looks as though we may, with some price strength in the market, start to get that lift up and off the 8-day EMA at this beautiful, beautiful long-term area of support in the wedge. I love Gilead right here, right now. You know, in preparation for these videos, I always like to put other things in front of you. There are so many positive articles on Gilead. You can do your own homework on it, but I'm going to put a couple, include a couple with today's video. So you just have to go to the show notes at the bottom of the video, click on the links, and you'll be able to see these. So there's a lot, but the one that I really wanted you to focus on is this one. Wow. So it's from the Asia Regulatory Affairs Professional Society. It's a little obscure, but basically what it says is that Gilead has been granted approval to market its drugs in the People's Republic of China. I know they got a green light last year, but this just reiterates that regulatory approval, and it's very timely because it is dated April of this year. So I think that's worth paying attention to. I will include this article with the show notes for today as well. So that is my Chart of the Day Cafe pick for today, Gilead, G-I-L-D. Other Chart of the Day Cafe picks that we've put forward recently that are looking very perky in this area. I love this one. We put the chart forward here at our green circle, area of interest. I wouldn't be too surprised to see it cross that blue line, United Continental Holdings. This is the one with all the insider buying. Also, Smith & Wesson has started to move. Let me move it into the 3 months so you can better see. It's started to move up and over our blue line, area of interest. And AVGO is another one. I checked the scores on these, so this one is now up and over our area of support, up and over the blue. The scores on these ones are all beautiful. So with that, I will leave you. Have a great day, and we'll be putting another video out on Thursday. Thanks very much.